I'm not sure if anyone knew that the boy Digdat was he started trial today for a firearm. But I kind of heard a little bit of ins and outs. I remember I was talking to UKL and they couldn't say his name by Digdat just so he had the fair trial, and they had to name him as Nathan Tokosi. But you know, the jury can still go out and just type in Nathan Tokosi and it will just go online and look to see what he's been found guilty of. But obviously, this is why I didn't cover it, because I knew that they couldn't say Digdat, and obviously he was standing trial for a firearm, another firearm. Anyone that don't know, this year the boy got found guilty for attempted murder for trying to unalive a rival, and he hit the rival while he was in the car, whatever, and he hit the rival 8 times. If I flip my screen today, he's been found not guilty of firearm. If I flip my screen, it says, I have some breaking news. I have it on good authorities that Nathan Tokosi, better known as rapper Digdat, was found not guilty of possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life the day after a trial at the Old Bailey. He was, however, one of four. So there was 4 people on trial. They beat the case. Before I get into that, I'm gonna give you a backstory of who Digdat is. If there's a lot of American audience and you don't know who Digdat is, let me just play this one. This is just in a nutshell. I thought, let me just put it together.
You're a UK artist and you're about to enter the pinnacle of your career. But at that one moment
I
where
thought, let me just introduce the brother there, Arsenal top, you get me? I see him what he's doing. Let me support, you get me?
it looks like everything is about to change in your life for the better, you make one single mistake that writes it all off. Well, meet Digdat, the man who broke through UK drill, landed major US cosigns, but got caught up in something that he could not escape. Confused? Don't worry, let me break it down for you. Now, Digdat was a very talented South London rapper from Deptford, and in 2018, Digdat had made his first major breakthrough into the UK scene with Air Force, and the track was such a hit that the remix even featured artists such as K-Trap and Krypton Conan.
I want man to know, during this phase, they were saying drill would never chart. So we've gone through the mad drill charting phase, doing madness. But during this phase, they said that drill will never chart. So obviously, Homer and B, Unknown T, that track was the first track, and that was amazing to the record labels. Island Records, they done amazing work. They signed Homer and B, they broke through that track and made it get playlisted on Radio 1. Usually Radio 1 Extra is our ceiling. They got a drill song playlisted on Radio 1. And obviously that was the first track that was going through mainstream kinda, and then Digdat released Air Force like 5 days apart. That was doing mad numbers.
And it received a top 20 on the UK singles chart. You see, Digdat stocks were rising incredibly fast, and a year later, in 2019, he then jumped on US rapper Lil TJ's UK remix for FN, his hit song, and this
one here was a great one. When obviously the boy is gonna get sentenced next month, I'm gonna read the thing, so I'm gonna do either a Patreon, because there's a lot of untold stories, like deep stories. But during this time when he done the tune with Little TJ, this was one good thing why we even signed to Columbia Records. Straight away they patterned the feature, and for Digdat to even jump on FN, that's Little TJ's biggest breakthrough song. And Little TJ was signed to Columbia USA. So obviously we were signed to Columbia UK. So the link of the roster made sense. And the president at the time, Ferdy, at Columbia UK, he pulled a lot of strings.
was a major link. Oh, and don't you worry, I was not going to leave out his debut mixtape 8 Mile. One for the history books. If you don't know, get to know. Now, the mixtape consisted of artists such as H, Heady One, and even US rapper T Grizzly. Digdat was destined for greatness. Lil TJ and T Grizzly were not the only UK cosigns that Digdat was receiving. He was here spotted with Future and of course, Young Thug himself. Now, Digdat was making these moves to let everyone know he wasn't just a UK drill rapper, he was going for a more global audience. He had the flow, the features and the cosigns. His rise to the top was almost seen as inevitable. But just when everything was looking up for Digdat, then came the legal trouble. Earlier this year,
This is good. Not just when everything was looking up for him. I think, obviously, you get me. He went to prison before this happened. You get me. A little setback, and then obviously he parted with myself, and then I think he had some problems in the record labels. Well, I know he did. So there was like, you know how music is, isn't it? And if you don't own your music, you don't own your masters. Sometimes the stuff that you want to release or however you want to do it or go buy it, bro, you own your signs. You sold it to the record label, so you have to play ball. But obviously, going on to the trouble that he had, obviously, yeah, he is where he is now. And it's such a shame, man, of like talent and just, you get me? It's just a shame, innit? Like, you have the world at your feet, and there's so much real, like, drillers out here that they're doing anything trying to pattern up now. And even if you see their behavior change, like, look at Twin S and Twin H. Like, I've seen them develop now. They're just focused in the music. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, but yeah, man, sad.
Digdat was found guilty of an attempted murder shooting in Notting Hill in 2023, and this had completely destroyed the trajectory of his career. UK chart hits, US cosigns, and global potential that was never truly fulfilled. Now,
and this is what happens is like, it's important to have the right support system, man. You get me? Trust me, especially when you're from the hood, because when you're from the hood, bro, anyone can get up and pick up a gun and mash your work. You can pay anyone to go mash your work. You can do it yourself. You can, trust me, like, there is models in jail that has unalived people. You don't have to be the baddest man, but gangster is progressing. Gangster is doing good things, like inspiring, teaching, helping. That's gangster, bro. Like, gangster's not on the streets, bro. People are just scared of you. Stay away from there. But obviously, I do understand backstory of him doing why he done what he done. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it was provoked. He acted on it, and obviously now he's wasted his life. Now his life has gone down the drain because of obviously having to act on the violation. Some people can say, yeah, he went out like a martyr, Ackhiii. Some people will look at it like and be like, that's a waste of life. But yeah. It said convicted of similar possession of firearms ammunition related to a gun which was thrown out of a window by a passenger in a BMW when BMW Digdat was driving through Deptford. Digdat will now be sentenced next month for the attempted murder of Luger Wells, which I wrote about on my Substack in March. But today's verdict, for certain legal reasons I won't trouble you with, could lead to Digdat appealing his attempted murder conviction. Wow. So there's some sort of logistic in the case that I did hear, to be honest. But there's some sort of logistics in the case that has, because he bust this case, it could lead him to appealing, which he is going to appeal. You get me? So you never know. The boy could come home. And inshallah he does. And if he does, I know that he's going to look at life totally different. You get me? But you never know. The boy could come home. I'm sure Luger Wells, he said in his interview with Man that my man didn't do it. So you never know, man. But that's the update with Digdat. But we'll see, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, my people. Peace.